Now, as I'm doing this video, the NEO stock is down 0.98%, trading at $4.04. I've received quite a number of comments from you guys, obviously telling me about the share price. To say that whatever the good news we are reading or whatever the good news that are out there, NEO is once again red. But this does not change the fundamentals that NEO has, but this just offers the opportunities to buy more shares. Now, on this video, I want to show you something that we just saw on the streets of social media, which appears like the new model for Onvo. You will remember very well that NEO intends on launching 2 models under the Onvo sub-brand this year, which will bring the total Onvo deliveries to be 3. There will be an L7 and an L8, which might be a 6 to 7 seater. And ladies and gents, today, as seen on the screen, notice that we saw a sneak peek of a camouflaged SUV which looks like the L6, which looks like the L7 or L8. I mean, the reason why I'm saying L7 or L8 is because those are the 2 models that we are expecting to see from Onvo this year. And now, what made me to think that this might be Onvo L6's elder brother model, it's obviously, you'll notice that if you have a look at that mirror there, or for the Onvo L60, you'll notice that the mirror is that, whilst on the other hand, the mirror of the camouflaged car we saw, you'll notice that it has got a similar mirror to that of the Onvo L60, which is why when I saw this, it came to my mind or clicked that this might be Onvo's elder brother, which might be the L7 or the L8. And it is expected that it's already being test driven, because you'll know that these 2 models are expected to start deliveries somewhere in the mid of this year, which, knowing that they're coming very soon, it won't be surprising to see them already on the road being tested, right? There are some of the 2025 NEO models that are expected to start deliveries end of this year or in the second half of this year, and we have seen them on the streets. I think we have seen the ET5 Touring sneak peeks, obviously, which was camouflage, which is something that shows you the progress that NEO is making in the background. I did hear someone telling me that these insurance registrations we saw last week just show that obviously NEO models are not doing that well, which might be true, but you know that even if they are not doing that well or they have a demand issue, it is a short-term problem, because we know second half the upgraded models for 2025 will be coming. But as we wait, there is the ET9. Remember, end of March there is an ET9 coming, which deliveries there, though they won't be that much, but I tell you they will be pretty decent, more than what so many people expect. End of April there is Firefly coming. You know that Firefly, that is the cheapest model that you can ever buy under the NEO umbrella, and the Firefly is the NEO sub brand, and like I said, it will be the cheapest model that you will buy, because with battery, this car, I mean, it's very cheap. I mean, NEO launched this model on the 21st, and the starting price is around $20,000, 400 or 148,800 RMB with a battery. Without a battery, that story is yet to be unveiled, and it will be unveiled somewhere in April, where immediately NEO will be starting with the deliveries of the Firefly sub-brand. You will know that target-wise on both these 3 brands, for the NEO main brand, NEO is expecting to sell 218,000 vehicles this year. For the Onvo sub-brand, they are expecting to sell over 220,000 vehicles this year, and for the Firefly sub-brand, NEO is expecting or projecting to sell around 50,000 vehicles, which in total, it means that we can expect 500,000 vehicles coming out of NEO this year. Now, that will be, or if we get that, it will be a pretty good, decent growth, because it will represent a plus 100% increase year over year, which is something that will be so exciting to see NEO produce those figures. Now, like I said, I am seeing, or what we saw today here is a sneak peek of what looks like the Onvo second model, which hopefully it gets to be launched as soon as possible, because we need NEO to push these deliveries of the Onvo L60. We need NIO to continue pushing this delivery so that they can get to the 30,000. You will know that as per the Onvo president, this year their target is to get to see Onvo selling 30,000 per month. Onvo only, which will be so great. And if Onvo can sell 30,000, Firefly can sell 10,000, and NIO sells 20,000. This simply means that on a month, single month alone, we can easily see NIO selling plus 60,000 cars, which will be so amazing, so exciting. And I think we are definitely going to see this in the second half of the year, especially in Q4, because Q3, you will know that there's a new factory that NIO is currently building, finalizing. I don't know if they have started installing their equipment, but we know they are finalizing it, and it will open, or is expected to start with the mass production in Q3 of this year. And once that factory kicks in, NIO will have the capacity to deliver more, to sell more, which you and me can agree that we just need to brace ourselves for what's coming. I know right now it might seem, or it might look like NIO sales are being cannibalized by Onvo. NIO sales are not doing that well because maybe people are waiting for the new 2025 models, which NIO is expecting to start with the deliveries in the second half. But we shall see. We will see. But hopefully, even with all this, NIO can still, or NIO main brand can still maintain 15,000 deliveries. I just hope that regardless of what we might be seeing now, NIO maintains either 15,000 or does not get to see their sales dropping below, of course, 10,000. If they can keep 15, even bottom of the barrel 10,000, and Onvo keeps the momentum of growing, which might lead into Onvo maybe having 15,000 this month, then that will easily give us, or will make us to continue doing well regardless of NIO sales not doing that well, because of so many people waiting for the latest NT 3.0 NIO models, which is something that will be so great, so amazing, and we look forward to that. The good thing that I'm liking about the upcoming NIO models is that price-wise, it might not be more than what NIO is currently selling their models. Price-wise might come exactly the same, because two things have changed. Two main things have changed, and that is, obviously, you know that for the current or existing NIO N2 2.0 cars, the autonomous driving chip is coming from NVIDIA, orange chips. Those are the orange chips. And for the upcoming models, we know that they are all going to use NIO's internal developed chip, autonomous driving chip, which will boost the gross margins. And the second thing that we know about the NIO models, or these coming NIO models, is that gross margin would have improved because of the end of contract between NIO and Jack on their second factory on NIO Park coming to end, I think, this March, which with that also gross margins will be improved, because apparently for every car that NIO produce in their factory, they, under the partnership with Jack, they were paying Jack around $1,200 per car, and with that, it means that that money will be returned back, gross margins will improve, and things will be better. I know right now people might be telling you this, or so many people might be coming to the comment section of the videos that I'm doing, but some of these people, they don't see what NIO is going to be by the end of this year. They don't see where NIO is headed. Yes, they see, or they are focusing more on the insurance registrations, but not focusing even on the monthly sales, but or also on the quarterly sales, because that is what will matter. At the end of the day, quarterly deliveries, quarterly revenues is what will matter, because they will be the ones that tell us how NIO is performing. Selling low numbers does not mean that NIO is not doing that well, because we have seen, I think in October last year, when NIO deliveries came at 15,000 deliveries, but the NIO CEO came and said that even with that, though they sold less numbers of vehicles, their gross margins were more, or they made 100 million RMB more than as compared to the kind of sales they delivered from the NIO main brand in the previous month, which was, I think, in September. So we all know these things, but let's see how things unfold. But me, I'm pretty optimistic about what we are going to see onto NIO. I mean, this obviously model, camouflage model, yeah, we are going to see it very soon coming, and I cannot wait, man. I think we need to brace ourselves for what's coming. We need to, of course, brace ourselves for the 30,000 deliveries that we are going to see onto Onvo, and the plus 15% gross margins that we should get from Onvo before the end of this year, which is so great, so amazing, and it just makes me to want to load the board. Blue sky is coming. Long term will win. That's all from me, and God bless you all.